So this is a robot from Engine AI. They're one of the leading humanoid robot companies. They're based in Shenzhen. This thing is just packed with technology. It has cameras, sensors, actuators, motors. This has some gripping hands here, as you can see. But he's now going to do some sort of performance for us. That's very realistic movement, isn't it? That is like really realistic. That walking is so realistic. Man. Real robotic cleaners coming down the aisle, sweeping the carpet. Oh, it's detected that guy there, look. It's hard to believe that just 10 years ago, you would never imagine that you'd have like robots going around exhibitions cleaning the floor, would you?
Everywhere, and that's the craziest part is like this is not even the smallest portion we're about to see in the next 10 years. Like we're seeing here in China, airports, coffee shops, shopping malls, hotels, but I think the more the tech evolves, the more frequently we're going to see these kind of devices everywhere.
Absolutely. I mean, it's amazing here in China how quickly they accept this kind of technology into their lives. For me, coming from the UK, people there are a lot slower to accept new technologies.
Right.
But here in China, it's like, if it makes convenience better, they're on board straight away.
Totally. Also, they're getting, I guess, more accessible, like easier to get, cheaper. I mean, the more accessible technology gets, the cheaper if they get as well. Like this one we just saw dancing over there. He said probably 2026, 2027, we're going to see them in our homes. I would love to have one of those.
Oh, I would, yeah.
Like,
just to do like menial tasks, like take this here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to the store. Just carry this box upstairs, or
that's
this kind of thing.
Like, there are basic things, but I think later we're gonna see them doing more different tasks, like more difficult things. And probably like cleaning your bathroom.
Yeah.
Thing,
oh,
right?
for sure.
Did you see the movement of that one?
It was so humanistic.
Very natural the way
Absolutely.
they move. So when they've improved their joints and their movements, they can even go to the to wash your toilet.
Now, my thinking, I think that China will become completely dominant in this humanoid robots. And the reason I think that is because they have the manufacturing and supply chains, very similar to how they've become dominant in drones. Now, you've been to the drone exhibition in Shenzhen.
Right.
There are hundreds, if not thousands, of companies involved.
Yeah.
And I think the same is happening with these humanoid robots. So where I think the USA, you can buy one, it's going to cost you $60,000. You'll buy a very similar thing here for $10,000.
Yeah, they're not developing any of these technologies that are going to be in our near future. So that's why I feel so happy. I think we're very lucky to live in this country.
For sure,
right?
especially Shenzhen, right?
Especially Shenzhen, such a futuristic city where we have so much.
Oh my God, look at these headphones here. They've got an eternity mirror on them.
Oh yeah, that is cool too.
That's looking into your ear, right? That's kind of funny.
We got technology every single corner we go. We see.
And just the pace of innovation here is just on another level, isn't it?
True, yeah.
You know, there's so many companies pushing the envelope on so many things. Just amazing.
So this is like a plant robot. It has all sorts of sensors, like soil sensor, water level sensor, environment sensor, like the light, the air temperature, and so on. And it can also like detect your touch. So right now, after it completes this animation, I touch it. See, and also the light bulb is on.
Yeah.
See, because this is connected to Wi-Fi and through IoT network.
Okay.
Control the light
bulb.
bulb.
So is it Wi-Fi connection, or do you have Bluetooth and Zigbee or anything like this?
This is Wi-Fi connected.
Okay.
This is Wi-Fi connected. And also, it shows you like the actual needs of the plant. So you just follow it. You can see that right now it's eating a little sun.
Yeah.
The sunlight is acceptable, and if the sunlight is like pretty good, it will. You see.
It's too hot.
A lot of sun. Not too hot, but a lot of sun. And it's pretty happy with the sunlight. So it shows this emoji. And if it needs water, or if the light is not okay, if the temperature is not okay, we'll show you. You just follow its lead, and you can take care of your plant worry-free.
Okay.
And to adding water, you take this off, and you put water inside.
Okay.
And we have a water sensor that is accuracy can reach like plus minus 1 milliliter.
Mm-hmm.
And you put this on again, see the emoji comes back.
Okay.
And we have an app. So here's the app.
Uh-huh.
This is actually for this guy.
Yeah.
And see, you take this off. This is off too.
Oh, yeah.
You put it in.
And
And
it
here
comes
you go.
back, yeah, okay.
And you can select your own plan. We have we support like 50 plus different.
Oh,
plan
wow.
types. Covers most of the.
So each of them has a unique signature within your app.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So it take care of your plan according to the plan type you choose.
That's very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the main feature of it.
That's very good.
And you can also check on its like history data or current status, things like that. You can even upload your own customized content. Like this is a video I took today.
And it will play.
it will play.
What resolution's the screen?
320 by 240.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, that's pretty good, yeah.
decent
It's
print.
watchable, yeah.
It's watchable,
Oh, that's cool. So you can put some photograph on there of your child or something like this, yeah.
And if you have multiple contents here, you can navigate by
Uh-huh.
left and right touch.
That's smart. I like
And you
it.
can also like has other UIs as well. You can navigate through the front touch.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, it shows the light status and the current sensor
Okay.
values. You can go to different sensors by site touches. Yeah, some nice animations there as well.
A nice touch would be if you had a display with like the day and date and a clock, the time or something.
Yeah.
Oh, you have it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's the
that's
time.
kind of cool,
This
yeah.
is timer. This is the time. This is date,
Ah,
and you can also have the weather.
I'm liking that. That's really good.
Weather. And here is also a Podomora timer. It's like you put on the timer, you work for 25 minutes, and you rest for 5 minutes, things like that.
That's really good.
You can also react to touch. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And right now it has like 90 plus different emojis. It has its own routines, like drinking water, eating fertilizer, eating sun, things like that.
And are you at a production stage or is this just still
Yeah.
prototype?
Actually, this is Gen 2.
Okay.
We have already rolled out Gen 1 for about 2 years.
Oh, okay.
And Gen 1 has been sold very well across the globe. And this is the Gen 2 version just rolled out this month. And we haven't started like mass production.
Okay.
But this is like will be pushed to market in very soon time.
That's really good. I'm very impressed with that. It's nice.
Thank you.
That's good. This company here, Vive, you notice this HTC? That is so unbelievable. I remember when HTC were one of the biggest companies in phones. They probably had like 40% of the UK market, and they completely disappeared. And now they've come back. They've got some sort of VR headset, and Rafa's going to give it a go.
We're going to try the remainings of HTC.
Yeah, and me and Grayson are going to watch the screen and see what he's doing, right?
Yeah. I can still see you. I can see now Barcelona. And Grayson here. I can see Barcelona here.
Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna see Lee.
But it's not Barcelona, it's like a model.
Oh, you should be in Notre Dame. Is it Notre Dame?
Yeah.
You're in the virtual Notre Dame.
That's Barcelona.
He's here.
Oh, yeah, it's.
Yeah, I'm there. I can see when you're in front of me here, I can see you both a little bit.
Is there a guy in a bed somewhere?
Yes, and he's scary now because I hope he doesn't jump and scare me.
You're going towards the bed, right?
Yes, I can see the man.
Boom!
I think it's okay.
So do you think this VR is ever going to be a big thing?
I used to think that it was going to be a big thing, but now I think it's not that much. Perhaps for video gaming, it gives you another perspective into the game, but not that much anymore.
So you don't think HTC are on the right track here?
No, they should have kept the trend making phones.
They made some of the best phones at the time. They were
really
so good.
Good quality.
Yeah.
But
So these are some sort of very human looking.
那当然了，那我要表现出惊讶喽。
Interesting.
祝你人生路上每一路是惊喜。
Got a big robotic vending machine here. What else have we got? Let me see. Oh, these are robotic hands. Can you tell me which is your most advanced hand?
The most advanced hand.
Yes.
These are made product. These 5 of the same type.
Okay, and where are you based?
We're based in Beijing.
Okay.
But also in Shenzhen, Hangzhou.
Oh, okay, you
Yeah.
have bases in different places.
Different places.
Are you including cameras in your hands yet or not?
Not in our hands, but it's easy to integrate it with a real robot body or a robotic arm or simply just using PC.
I see, okay.
The hand is equipped with pressure sensors.
Okay, pressure sensors, yeah. So it knows if it's got an egg or a
Yeah.
piece of steel or something,
It knows
yeah.
if it actually grab at anything.
Yes, okay. And that pressure can be adjusted depending on the scenario, right?
Yeah, depending on
Yeah.
scenarios or more flexible, you can redefine the force.
I see. Yeah, it's very cool.
They will
This young lady here has just told us they have this blowing machine to dry your children. That's kind of interesting.
cleaner children than ever.
Yeah, you never have wet children. But this company actually, they do these clothes dryers. So you hang your clothes on here and there's some warm air that comes out of there and it dries your clothes. In Shenzhen, you don't really need one of these, but in other parts of China, I'm sure they're very, very useful. Yeah. Right, thank you very much. So we have a lot of cute little lamps here, look. A little unicorn there. And a little giraffe. They're kind of cute. It's a nice product for kids' bedrooms. But you know, you come to exhibitions like this, you can literally find anything you can really think about, you can probably find here. You just see over here, mice. Over here, I don't know, what's this? Light up your life with elegance. What the heck? I mean, you know, just could you ever even imagine a product like that? But you don't have to because it's already here. Oh, we got hair dryers here. Lots of companies doing these kind of hair dryers. It was actually Dyson who had the very first one of those. But and initially I remember that the Chinese ones, they were kind of copies of the Dyson one. But actually there's a company in China called Dream, and he's made a digital motor which is actually better performance than the Dyson one. So a lot of people now have their own digital motor. They're not copying Dysons anymore. They've got their own unique product. So this is how China innovates. You might think they copied product, which they used to do a lot years ago, but that's not the case anymore. They're very, very innovative these days. Anyway, I hope that gave you another insight into another trade fair in China. We're here at Global Sources Hong Kong. If you do want to know anything about things you've seen in here, drop us a request through the website or send us an email at China Business Gateway, and we can help you find products. But for now, from Hong Kong, as always, take care.